On October 6th, 2015, the head of the CIA, John Brennan, receives a call from an unknown number.
Hello?
John Brennan?
Who is this?
You're a f***ing loser.
Who is this? How did you get this number? What do you want?
I don't want anything.
Why are you doing this?
We want you to stop bombing the Middle East.
The person making this prank call to one of the most powerful men in the world was a 15-year-old boy sitting in London. This boy's internet name was Gregor, and this call was about to shake the entire American establishment. But behind this act was not just this boy. There was also another friend involved. Together, these two boys left the world's most powerful secret agency completely humiliated. In 2015, they leaked thousands of secret documents from the CIA and FBI. They even provided highly confidential documents of the American government to Julian Assange. These documents contain detailed information on how the CIA had overthrown governments in the Middle East, Afghanistan, and South American countries. The documents also revealed that the American government had technology that could monitor anyone in the world who had ever logged onto the internet. These two boys paid a heavy price for leaking these documents. But before we get into that, let's first understand how they hacked such confidential data. This is the story of two boys who exposed the world's most powerful spy agency. In 2008, a 14-year-old boy in the American state of Virginia was playing Counter-Strike on his computer. While playing the game, this boy started using some commands, and for the first time, he realized that computers were incredibly powerful. If someone knew how to use them properly, they could do things that could shake even governments. This boy's internet name was Default. This was the time when a hacker group named Anonymous was becoming very famous in America. This group hacked different companies and governments' websites just to get attention. Default was very impressed by this group. But the problem with this group was that it was hard to trust anyone because some of its members were police officers who had joined to catch hackers. During this time, Default came across another hacker group named AnonSec. AnonSec, like Anonymous, was a hacker group, but these people hacked websites and accounts only for political and social motives. After joining this group, it was like an entire hacking world had opened up for Default. Default's first and biggest hacking stunt was hacking the servers of Windsor University in Canada. He got into the university's financial records, where he found the data of all the students who had taken loans from the university. This amounted to about $94 million. Default deleted all this data. Normally, when hackers hack financial information, they charge a good price to restore it. But Default had no such intention. He began to see hacking as a tool for gaining attention and bringing about social change. After this, Default kept hacking websites, and behind every hacked website was some social or political motive. By 2013, Default had become a pro-level hacker. He was also very interested in cryptocurrency, so he had accumulated 1,000 bitcoins on a hard drive, which today would be worth around $66 million. This is where another person enters the story, a 29-year-old CIA contractor. In May 2013, this CIA contractor was sitting in his apartment for a long time, deep in thought. He had come across a very secret file that stated the American government had the ability to monitor every person in the world who had ever logged onto a computer that was connected to the internet. To him, this was a massive violation of human rights, which needed to be stopped at all costs. But he also knew that if he spoke to anyone about it, he would be charged with leaking confidential information and could end up in jail for life. An idea came to his mind. He downloaded all the data, applied for a leave, and flew to Hong Kong, believing the Hong Kong government would protect him from the American government. This CIA contractor's name was Edward Snowden, and after reaching Hong Kong, he gave an interview to two journalists that shook the world. In this interview, he revealed how the American government monitored people around the world and violated individual freedom. This interview greatly inspired hackers like Default and Gregor. On one hand, Default was very angry with his government, so he decided to teach the CIA officials a lesson and show them what it feels like when someone monitors your private life and data. That's when he teamed up with Gregor, who was in England. Gregor was highly opposed to America's increasing involvement in the Middle East, especially its role in Palestine. Together, they formed a group called Crackers with Attitude. Their first target was James Clapper, the intelligence director in the Obama administration. They hacked his email through a phone number and used that email to hack all his social media handles. Their next target was CIA head John Brennan. Not only did they hack Brennan's entire data, but they also prank called him, the call you heard at the beginning of this video. The whole CIA and John Brennan were shaken. The crackers uploaded Brennan's entire data to Julian Assange's WikiLeaks website. These were all the confidential documents that detailed the CIA's role in the Afghan and Iraq wars, as well as technologies through which the CIA was violating human rights. In October 2015, Julian Assange made all this data public and all hell broke loose. The CIA had to pay $1.5 million in damages for this data leak. Many of their secret agents had to go underground, and several people had to resign amidst massive embarrassment. But these two didn't stop there. In the following months, they hacked everything from the FBI's database to the Department of Justice's website and kept leaking documents. It was a moment of shame for the entire American government, and they had no idea who these hackers were. The two boys knew that after what they had done, the CIA and the American government would come after them. That's why they were hiding their identities very well, changing proxies every 5 minutes and switching IP addresses so their locations couldn't be traced. The world's most powerful spy agency still hadn't been able to trace these two boys. But then in September 2016, Gregor made a big mistake. One day, while he was drunk and partying with two friends, the news came on the TV about how the group Crackers with Attitude had baffled the entire CIA. Gregor bragged to his friends that this group was his. When his friends mocked him, he showed them all the servers and proof, and that was his biggest mistake. One of his friends reported all this to the government, and within 48 hours, British police raided Gregor's apartment in England. And in America, the FBI raided Default's apartment. Both were arrested. Gregor, being a minor and in the UK, was sentenced to 2 years, but Default, being in America, was given a much harsher punishment. He was sent to federal prison for 5 years and fined $5,000. His hard drive with 1,000 bitcoins was also confiscated by the government. These two boys were punished for leaking information that was for the benefit of all humanity. And what they revealed in the leaked data turned out to be true when, in December 2023, the Biden administration passed a controversial law giving the government the right to monitor anyone in the world without a warrant. Who knows, as you watch this video, maybe you and I are being surveilled too. My only question is it a crime to leak such documents that expose government wrongdoings, especially those that threaten humanity? This reminds me of something Edward Snowden once said: when exposing a crime is treated as committing a crime, you are being ruled by criminals. What are your opinions on this whole case? If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We have many more interesting topics to cover, and your support is crucial. If you have any suggestions, feel free to share them in the comments below. See you in the next video, and take care. Thanks for watching.